Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it up, we had its time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
Hey, hello, I'm Julie Jo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I am so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. Today, we're going to be looking at Toni Van Schoik. If you don't know who Toni Van Schoik is, she was the first distributor of Monat, the hair care brand that we all know and hate. Monat, the hair care brand we all know and hate. That rhymed. That was so good. And she was fired, essentially. What's the word? She was let go for promoting other products. And then she decided to sue, and then they sued her. And who knows how the fuck that's going. I haven't looked at it. And she also started another multi-level marketing company called Fermaglow. And that's what we're looking at. And guess what? It's a hair care company. Hi, everyone who's at work and sneaking in. Welcome. Don't get in trouble, okay? Thank you to all the people who are members. Shout out to my members. Alexis, a member for 13 months. Thank you so much. I'm trying to understand what your profile picture is. I love it. It's super cool. Thank you so much for being a member. I really appreciate that. Fluffy Duck Butt is a member. Yeah, I know. I haven't talked about Toni in quite a while. So I thought now was a good time. We have several videos to look at that aren't just long. Some are short, but they are, yeah. Oh, and she's a sovereign citizen. Yes. Oh, someone mentioned that. She absolutely is. Tanya, hey, JJ, love your hair. Thank you so much, Tanya. Member for 21 months. That's wonderful. Hey, Lizzie, member for 29 months. Thank you so much. Thank you all to my members. Yes, Alexis, a fermented hair care company. Don't forget, you have your emojis. Fluffy Duck Butt has used some of my absolute favorite. We have Brooke Ashley Banks. We have Pastor Ray Ray, My Sweet Will Family. So enjoy your emojis, my members. Much appreciated. Not that Kate, a member for 44 months. I was about to compliment your hair too. Thank you so much. That is so nice. I hate that word ferment. It's interesting. Let's see. We have an Angry Ray. Oh, I love Angry Ray. So we're going to start with one of the shorter videos. So the reason I'm doing this video simply is because this is what the caption is. It says, more hard truths. I've had people lash out saying I'm using scare tactics and to stop spreading false info. Don't watch my stuff then. I will keep sharing because the weaponization of our environment, food, and medical care has to stop. She is a huge conspiracy theorist. I don't know. I mean, being a sovereign citizen, if you don't know what that is, please look it up. Essentially, she hates the government. However, she loves RFK. Isn't it funny how that works? Also, she used a legal system to sue Monet. Wow. I'm such an OG. Yes, you are not that Kate, and I appreciate it. Hannah, hey. Hannah said fermented hair care sounds like what happens to those travel-sized bottles of shampoo you get for a trip and then shove at the back of your bathroom cabinet until they leak and stain the floor. Ew. Also, yeah. Also, there's fermented hair care out there already. She acts like she is the only one. Hey, having lunch, rice with an egg on top. Ooh, yummy. Oh, great. A sovereign citizen. They're completely unhinged. Yes, they are. Okay, so we're going to start with that video that I mentioned. Don't forget to, and I forget to say this all the time, but it is really helpful. Don't forget to like the video. I would really appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That would be wonderful. I forget to do that all the time. Y'all remember better than me. So please, that would be much appreciated. Okay. Hey, Mema, right behind you. Not that Kate, 43 months. The eclectic Mema, I'm always so happy to see you. Thank you for being here. I so appreciate it. All right. Let's take a look at the first video. It's pretty short. This one is 4 minutes and 56 seconds. And then we have longer videos to look at as well. So let's jump right into this one. Oh, Fluffy Duck Butt, a member for 36 months. Y'all are OG. Fluffy Duck Butt, you look pretty OG to me. 36 months. That's amazing. All right, here we go.
He's on. I've been really good about wearing my blue light blockers whenever I'm on screens.
Now I want to stop because I want to ask how the sound is. Are we pretty equal? Do I need to fix something? Y'all let me know, please.
It's made a tremendous difference. But I want to debunk a bunch of shit. I should just start doing a series. So, you know, I've always said that illness is three things, and my chiropractor actually says this too.
Oh God, her chiropractor. Oh my God, everyone. Ears up, perk them up. Her chiropractor says this. Also, Cal, thank you so much for being a member for 17 months. It's been a while. Looking forward to it. I am so happy to see you here.
That it's chemical, emotional, and physical. Okay. So I actually, you know, had gone down, and now that I have met someone really cool, who is writing education for New German Medicine. And if you've not heard this before, go check it out. But it's about how illness is also related to emotional trauma, which I firmly feel 100%. And that's why sometimes
I don't disagree. I mean, not all illness, obviously, but I do think like there have been studies linked to like women have more chronic illnesses than men simply because of the stress and the trauma that they've experienced a lot of times from men. So, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but also obviously there's other reasons that illness happens. Science. We love science over here in this corner.
Sometimes people get sick very quickly because they're holding on to that emotion part of it. But there's going to be some couple of things that I want you to go research, because I'm not going to spoon feed you. You have to take charge of really, you know, taking care of breathing clean air.
She doesn't want to spoon feed us because she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about or where to find it. And where she finds it is a bunch of BS. A lot of it she probably hears from these 30-second clips on the internet. And they're just from random people that she doesn't know. But it sounds interesting, and it makes the fact that her husband had cancer seem a lot more simple. Also, they said he's in remission. I don't know. I don't even know if he did anything for his cancer. I think he did, actually. but they didn't talk about it. You know what I mean? But who knows?
Drinking good, clean, high alkaline water.
Oh, right there when she says that, she's actually promoting, what the fuck is it called? Kangen. Listen, alkaline, your blood is alkaline on its own, and it is so good at it that you pretty much die if you don't stay between like 3.45 and 3.75. Like you don't need to try to alkaline your blood. It is good. You're solid. You're good. That's wild.
And eating really, really good, clean food. Honestly, I firmly feel that you walk into a grocery store, you are not getting clean food. I don't care where they say it comes from. I don't care how many frickin' stamps they have on it. It does not matter.
What was that? Give me a second.
I don't care where they say it comes from. I feel that you walk into a grocery store, you are not getting clean food. I don't care where they say it comes from. I don't care how many frickin' stamps they have on it. It does not matter. Our food source is extremely polluted. That's why it's really, really important to support your local farmers and your farmers that are really taking care of their animals.
Girl, that's where your food sources come from. A lot of food comes from our local farmers. Like, a lot of food comes from our local farmers. I find that big in Minnesota too. Like, a lot of the food comes from local farmers, and there's farmers markets and stuff. But I mean, not all of it, but a lot of it does. She doesn't care about the facts, only the crap in her head. Yeah. Where does she think the food from grocery stores come from? Right. But the farmers are using heavy chemicals. Right. Well, and what those chemicals have done for our food is make it cleaner. I'm not saying like all chemicals are great for food, but I am saying that there are things that I've done, like pesticides, that are huge and a big deal and not bad for you. Clean is just a marketing ploy. Yeah. I mean, the difference between organic and non-organic is there's not a difference. Seriously, it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, pesticides are good for your food and they allow you to ingest things that are not going to have bad bugs. People told me if I drank alkaline water, I wouldn't have gotten cancer. What? Well, that's just not fucking true, Lori. I'm so sorry someone said that. That's wild.
And their land. Okay, so are you ready for this one? I found this fascinating. I didn't know this. And you guys, we used to own a gym.
Yeah,
my mom owned a gym. I've been lifting weights since I was 15. But I will tell you that if anybody tells you not to lift heavy, do not listen to them. It will not ruin your joints. It's bullshit. So I will also tell you, and I did not know this fun little fact, the stronger your quadriceps are, it contributes to a longer lifespan. Well, you know what? I kicked my squats up a bit and maxed out at doing 235 this morning.
Now, where's that info? Here's the deal. If you work out, yes, it's good for your body. And yes, it will very likely contribute to you living longer. Facts. That's just true. But like specifically your quadriceps, what is the saying? Correlation does not equal causation.
So our next goal is to
yes,
use 255. Throw some more 10s up on there on each side and see if I can't do that the next time. I am traveling this week though. We're going to the southern Midwest, Oklahoma, Texas, and Utah. But the best part is that every hotel has a decent gym in it. Actually, that's what I look at first. So, and then, it's always a Marriott property too. Marriott, rock and roll. Anyways, neither here nor there. So I found that very interesting. And here's another thing that I want you to go research. And again, how shitty the healthcare system is. Oops. How shitty the healthcare system is. And that includes dental care. So I want you to go research root canals.
You mean the medical field that found your husband's cancer that helped y'all get rid of it quickly? Also, I still don't know. They say he's in remission. I don't know. I don't know if I believe them. Pretty much what happened was they got like a test back. I don't think he's legitimately in remission based on medical view. They got a test back that showed lower whatever. But it's interesting that they will use the medical field to help them figure things out And when they need it most, like one thing that gets me most are people who don't vaccinate their kids, but go to the emergency room when people are sick. So you don't trust the medical field or the medical system, but when you need it, it's there and you use it. Blows my mind.
And getting your wisdom teeth pulled. Okay? Actually, root canals are directly correlated, and it depends on what side it is because it affects that side of the body. Very interesting.
Correlated with what? Root canals are directly correlated with what? Also, I had to get my wisdom teeth pulled because they were compacted and infected. So if I wouldn't have, I would have lost my jaw.
But go research those two things. It'll make you think twice because it's a money-making scheme, and they know that, you know, the root canals are going to contribute to other health issues.
They know that they're going to contribute, so they do it so that it will cause you more illness. That's fucking crazy. Tony's off her goddamn rocker. I'm not mincing words here. But don't worry, we're about to move on to stuff that isn't so anti-science focused, I promise. It's her Fermaglow stuff.
It's a known fact. Let me think, which one of my favorite, Dr. Artis has been talking about this a lot. He's pretty much the main guy. And then here's the last part of this. Okay, I have people blowing me shit about nicotine. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, it is a game changer for your immune system.
What? What the fuck did she? Hold on, give me a second.
Part of this. Okay, I have people blowing me shit about nicotine. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, it is a game changer for your immune system.
Huh? That you should use nicotine because it's a game changer for your immune system? No, bitch. No, it's the addictive as fuck drug. Yes. Does she smoke? Well, it would make sense for a lot of reasons, but I just don't know what to say. It's crazy for her. It's so unhinged because how do you get to that point where you just go, y'all, they've been lying to us about nicotine for decades?
Again, you got to make sure if you're doing patches, they got to be clean. They got to be 7 milligram. But I did order Knick-Knack. I got to get used to it. Those are 3 milligrams, but those are immediate. So, that's something. And I never, ever have smoked.
It's so funny because people like her will say, oh, bad medical field, bad medicine. Don't take medicine. Don't go to the doctor. Use nicotine patches. Jesus Christ. That's wild to me.
However, I was exposed to secondhand smoke. So I did a specific cleanse, I don't know, probably about 3 months ago for the lungs. So, and you can carry a lot in your hips too. You can carry a lot of emotional trauma in your lungs and your.
All right, whatever. Cappy said oppositional defiant disorder. They're not for anything, just against everything. Yeah. Oh, wait till she finds out about esness. I'm not sure what that is.
Hips. So make sure you're checking that out, doing the research yourself. Guys, just take an egg timer, 10 minutes a day, man. Or the timer on your phone. 10 minutes a day, and it will be surprising what you can learn in that short amount of time. All right, I just wanted to pop in here and give you some food for thought. All right, you guys.
Food for thought. Yeah, give me food for thought. Nice. Okay, we're moving on to the MLM stuff. That was just one that I was like, oh, we got to listen to this. I feel like that is actually a really good intro into Tony Van Schoik. Okay, so especially if you're new here and you don't know Tony, that was a really good introduction to who she is as a human being. And so what blows my mind are people like her, they won't use or promote, well, they will when they need it, but they're not going to tell you. They won't use or promote products or medication that have been highly studied and have proper scientific backing and proper scientific information and proven results, but they will use products that are not regulated. So they won't use products that are regulated. They will use products that aren't. So that always blows my mind. So that's a perfect example of Tony Van Schoik. Now let's get started on this video, which has an interesting title. It says, where is it? From scissors to ... for entrepreneurs. And for some reason, Scissor Sisters is just in my head. You know what I mean? Anyway, moving on from the gay. let's watch Tony talk about from scissors to whatever for entrepreneurs. I don't know.
Hi, everybody. It is our regular Monday, 2 o'clock, and we've got something special for you today. We had to do a little bit of a pivot. Unfortunately, Tessa will not be joining us. Please say a prayer. She lost a family member, and so we just want to send her our love and our prayers and our blessings. So we're gonna do a little bit of pivot today, and if you know Phyllis Benstein and her and I, we've been working together for a really long time. You know what? This is not allowing me to request people in here. This is the same problem that I had last week when I was trying to get her to come on here. So give me a second here. Let me see. Because they have changed it. So I'm waiting for her to join us, you guys. But we're going to be talking about really about how to, advance into entrepreneurism and giving you some tips. But this is specifically also too for stylists that their one stream of income is working on clients, and some of them are licensed estheticians and nail techs as well. But this is about giving you some options. We're talking to you today just because we really love what we're going to be putting together for you in the future with what we have going on. So let me see here. Come on. Here we go. Let me see if I can ping her down here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Here we go. Nope. Adding.
Nice. This is great.
So you guys, okay, there you are.
Hello.
For the record, all of her Facebook lives look like this. Shitty as hell. You're looking beautiful today, TJ. Oh my gosh, Sam, that's so nice. Thank you. That's so nice.
Hey, hello. Back up your camera a little bit.
Don't forget to also like the video, please. I'm sorry. I'm trying to remember to remind people to do that.
So your face isn't right.
It's been 5 years. Can we Zoom, please? I just feel like at this point, you should have it. You should know. To know how I pay $45 for StreamYard a month, which is a lot. That is a lot. And I don't like to, but I need to I use StreamYard. I just do. And so I pay for it. She could do that and she could use this format or this one. Well, that's not helpful, but there's two little sides and it's perfect. And it won't look like that. It'll actually look good. It's just so frustrating to me because she could, connect her Facebook, connect her Instagram, connect everything to it all at once, but they just refuse to learn. However, they're so professional entrepreneurs, right?
Right here.
Okay, hold on. I'm doing it. Hold on.
Can you hear me okay?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Ha ha ha.
Am I better now? I'm not so close. You can't see up my nostrils.
Exactly. So we can't tell whether, you've pruned your nose hair or not.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. So we had such an incredible closeout of the day last month. So congratulations to you and your team. I know that you had so many rank advancements and we're kind of like behind the scenes, looking at all the numbers, but I just wanted to say congratulations to you, to Basha, to Naomi, to Nikki. Am I missing anybody?
Those are the main ones.
Okay, well, congratulations to all of you. So, but you know what, for today's topic, Phyllis, and if you guys are joining us, I think this is a perfect conversation for Labor Day.
Oh, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah, because we're going to be speaking, to entrepreneurs, but we really want to talk to, we want to talk to our stylists because we know that how an important component that you are to our business. But this isn't just about, to stylists. These are going to be just business tips for everybody. And when, we had talked about this for many, many years, and Phyllis just, she put it in Mach 5 and she created this training about 4 years ago. And I'm like, we need to use this because it's so good. And she's a really great teacher. So without further ado, I want to turn it over to.
It's been 3 minutes and 30 seconds and we've gotten nothing. Zero.
To Phyllis Benstein. She's a great educator. She's a great teacher. So Phyllis, I'm going to let you take it away.
All right. Thank you so much. And thanks for the opportunity. Most people know me for my networking business over the last few years. But I have a passion for the hair business, and I've actually been in that for the last dozen years. And I've turned that into educating worldwide about toxin awareness and other things to not only help the hair and the beauty professional, but to help them have a clean environment for their products, for their clients as well. But I wanted to talk today about, you know, the hairstylists, especially when they are working on people, they're trading time for money. A lot of them have different issues, from blow drying all day long, and a lot of them don't.
It's so funny because Tony gave the person on top a lot of shit when they started this live for like being too close. And Tony, I can only see fucking half your face. I don't know why you gave them a lot of shit. I can't even see you.
Have an opportunity to even think about a plan B. And you're right, this can be used for anybody, but today I kind of wanted to concentrate
Thanks, Dave.
on the hairstylists. And this is about multiple streams of income. This is about creating your own economy, right? Be your own boss, set your own hours, don't trade time for money, but have something that you can make money while you're sleeping, right? Isn't that what, like you said, this is for all people. Don't we all want to make money while we're sleeping?
Well,
Passive
that's been a
income.
big topic of it's been a huge topic of conversation lately, and a lot of the conversations that I've had with people, both
It's frustrating for me, who's been doing this for 4 years, to sit here and watch people in multi-level marketing continue to talk about the idea of making money while you sleep, but pushing the idea of you have to work, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do that, blah blah blah. They're like, you know why they're failing? Because they're just not working. They're just not working. It's like, okay, well, you push the idea of making money while you sleep as like a big reason to do this quote unquote really good opportunity. And then when they do it, you're like, oh, it's not working for you because you're not working. You're failing because of you. You're not working. It's like, oh, okay, well, like, yes, I am. When does this like money while I sleep start?
in person, through Zooms, through social media conversations, is that you've got to have, especially in the gig economies today, right? You've got
Right.
to have a way that that you're making money, even though you're not. You might trade time for money, but you need something that's going to be cyclical.
Exactly. Right. So today I wanted to talk, in terms of the hair, especially since we're just, Tony, so excited about this first month that we just had with Fermaglow. Welcome to the world. We have launched it, to everybody. So, along with my background in the networking and building authentic connections, I wanted to talk about, especially these hairstylists. They need to build networks with their clients, do affiliate arrangements, partner with product providers like Fermaglow and other beauty organizations.
Yeah, Stacey. So Monet has done a really good job since the beginning of Monet, since like over a decade ago, of getting themselves into salons for sure.
And so that's what I wanted to start out with. Your clients are not just your customers. They are your walking billboards. I always tell people, if people have a great experience, get a written, or even better, what we've been doing these peer reviews, right? We've been getting these incredible recorded testimonials, because those testimonials, people want to see the results. They want to know how other people feel when they're working with these stylists, so they know how they're going to feel when they work with you. And so build relationships where clients become your promoters and they become your referral partners. Huge. And then affiliates, who can you partner with that? Who's a power partner? Who services the same target market? Maybe it's massage therapists. Maybe it's makeup artists, med spas, wellness centers that you could do events, or maybe they don't do hair, and these stylists could provide that service for.
Oh, fun fact, I got a raise today at my job. I got a call from my big boss. They were like, "You're doing so well," blah, 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 blah. And that makes me feel so good. And I just feel like that's such a win for non-MLM people. We do get raises when we do really well. That makes me so happy. I just thought I'd share it because I wanted to share the joy with everybody. And them talking about this made me think about that.
for them. The next thing is product providers. That is a huge stream of income. Partnering with us at Fermaglow
Thank you.
could be an additional revenue stream for selling the products, but it also can be a passive income for building teams. And I know our beauty lines, I know on in my group, our beauty lines are deep, right? And so these hairstylists are no longer, or beauty pros are no longer in competition with each other. They're bringing each other on. They're locking arms with them so they can provide incredible products and incredible education. The other thing is to partner for these people to partner with different organizations. There's a lot of breast cancer organizations. There's a lot.
Don't. Now, we already talked about Tony. Remember? She says the medical field is bad. The medical field is out to get you. All of that. We just talked about that at the beginning of this live. We reacted to it. We saw it. So no, don't do this. Because if you are friends with Tony or you follow Tony in the idea of what she's doing and support it, then you also support that view. And I'm not fucking around with that. So no, you don't get to go use the medical field. You don't get to use cancer survivors. You don't get to use any of that to sell your multi-level marketing product stuff. No, we're not doing that. I say like I have any control.
Lot of beauty organizations where they could really be an asset.
That phrasing, let's hear it again. I did see Swoop. Don't worry, y'all. I swear to God, I saw Swoop did a video about Kelsey Ray on her second channel. Love that all of you messaged me, and I greatly appreciate it, but I promise I did see it. If you want to go like my comment on that video, you can. And Swoop is so wonderful. Actually, did y'all know that in Swoop's Brittany Dawn video, she talked about me. She said, go watch this creator about Brittany Dawn's podcast. Because for a long time, I was doing videos on Brittany Dawn's podcast. I was so honored that Swoop did that. That was fucking awesome. Anyway, because I'm such a small creator compared to Swoop. And it was like so cool that Swoop would say that. She could have simply just watched my video and acted like she knew. It was so nice. Okay, I want to hear this part again.
There's a lot of breast cancer organizations. There's a lot of beauty organizations where they could really be an asset.
So we're going to use breast cancer organizations as an asset to sell your MLM product? I think not. I think no.
And partnering with Fermaglow, we are an industry leader already out of the gate, and it gives these stylists and
right, Stacy. I think it's funny. She said beauty organizations, and you're like, which ones? Right? They don't name them because they don't really have any. They just wish it would work out. I see that a lot, especially when I was in multi-level marketing. If you didn't know, I was in multi-level marketing. And I saw that they would say like, work with this or work with that. And they would talk about these companies because essentially like if the chiropractor bought your Arbonne vitamins or whatever, they would continue to buy multiples of them every month and you would make consistent money off of that. But that's just like a dream. It's very rare that happens. They would love for that to happen. And so they push you to do it and they push the idea that it's so possible, but it really isn't possible and it really doesn't happen.
Hair professionals, professional credibility, partnering with a world-class product like Fermaglow. And they earn income, like I was saying, from product sales, but building those teams is making money while you're sleeping. Also repeat orders, right? Because we know that once people try these products, we've had incredible results, Tony, right on the first shampoo. We've seen things like, wow, we just couldn't believe the results. So those customers are going to be a recurring income for you, maybe monthly, maybe every other month.
Kind of blows my mind how she used breast cancer survivors just now or people who have breast cancer to try to sell the MLM. Honestly, that it's not shocking because if you've been following multi-level marketing for a while, you do know that is something that they do. But when it happens, it's just kind of mind blowing. Again, it's like, oh yeah, now I remember they do this shit all the time. Also, I have a question. So I haven't changed any of my emojis or added any new ones for members a long time. If there's specific ones you think should be added, like if there's like a thing that we talk, I think I might do a diaper division loser one. But stuff like that. If there's something you think should be added, let me know.
And So partner with us. We would love to partner with you. The next step is networking locally and online. Hair professionals are some of the professional people that network for business, right? And so where can you go to network? It might be your local mixers, your wellness fairs, your charity events. You know, bring information about what you do, hair tips, short demos, but you know, where can you go where you'll get in front of your target audience? And really, with our product, it's for men and women, all ages and all ethnicities. So any type of networking event would be
Mariah?
great, or an event. Um, when I do these events, I like to donate baskets to get my name out. That's part of my marketing dollars, is getting my name out to by a golf outing, a charity golf outing, a fashion show. Those are great events to, if you're not participating or you're not donating a basket, at least go and walk around, because someone at a fashion show is,
Oh, because they're wanting money. Right, of course. And so they're going to go to these charity events where people are giving money. And so they're going to try to get those people who are giving money to charity to want to give money to your MLM. Wow. Cool. Nice. Wow.
image conscious, right? And
Yep.
so it starts with a simple conversation. It starts by complimenting someone and getting to know what they use on their products, and do those products fill their needs? Or are they looking for something like our product that is totally toxin free? I don't know about you, Tony, but you know me, I got a ton of sensitivities and allergies. And so
What do they think toxins are? Like chemical, they just think chemicals are toxins because H2O is a chemical and that's water. I'm curious. I need them to define what a toxin is to me so that we can kind of suss this out.
I am always open to a conversation about what's out there that is clean. And, you know, for the hairstylists, that's another thing, is they have, I'd say I forget the statistics, I think it's like 1 in 5 have some sort of illness, a breast cancer, a lung issue, a skin ailment, a breathing issue. And what this brings to the table is
Who does? Hold on.
always open to a conversation about what's out there that is clean. And, you know, for the hairstylists, that's another thing, is they have, I'd say I forget the statistics, I think it's like 1 in 5 have some sort of illness, a
1 in 5 have some sort of illness. What?
breast cancer, a lung issue, a skin ailment.
Now, where the fuck did you get that? Hairstylist illness data. Chemical exposure, repetitive motion, awkward postures, and prolonged standing. Okay. Cancers. I'm not seeing these numbers. Separate study found the hairdressers 3.5 times more likely to leave the profession due to asthma related. Okay, here's National Institute of Health. I'm not seeing anything though that's actually going to help me. It makes sense when it comes to like hair, like when it comes to people who deal with chemicals, but I don't understand what this 1 in 5 get like cancer or severe illness. Now, when it comes to ultrasound and musculoskeletal is a big one for hairstylists. It is also too for ultrasound and nurses because of the way our bodies, like the way we stand, the way we do this, the way we do that, a lot of shoulder, a lot of elbow, a lot of wrist, a lot of hand issues. But I'm not getting these numbers, or honestly, not really straightforward numbers. 1 in 5 having some kind of terrible illness It says 29% of hairdressers had a skin impairment on the day they were examined from dermatological problems, which makes sense with all the irritation. But also, if you're doing things correctly, you likely won't have too many issues. Hi, altitude potato. I just don't know where they get this information or data. I would like to look it up. Jay, I like a purple shirt. It looks that way to anyone. I hope it's purple. It looks that way to me. Anyway, what does it say? It says, I love when women. It says, I love when women. Because I love when women do whatever. You know, they could like eat a potato or something. I like it. I'm wondering about aerosol products and such. I can imagine that's not great, but the fear mongering of toxic or chemicals without any info is wild. Yeah, damn, me too. Me too, girl. Oh, are you part of Girl World? Hi. Girl Sam. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I was gonna take a moment to talk about my partner, but I will move on. I'm just curious. I would like to know the data on it, but I just don't know of 1 in 5 getting some kind of horrible illness or a breast cancer or something. I think that's a lot of fear mongering. That's a lot of fear mongering. I'm going to fill up my water, but I'm going to press play.
A breathing issue. And what this brings to the table is not only providing a safe environment by using safe, non-toxic products, but it also provides an environment for the clients. Because if they're doing processes that outgas or they're spraying products that are toxic, that client is breathing in basically like secondhand smoke. And so
they have, so secondhand smoke, so fake fragrances, okay, like burning candles,
yes,
sticking those thingies in your walls, stuff like that. It has the same effect on the lungs.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Tony. No, my plug-in, my was it air freshener plug-in to my wall does not have the same effect that smoke does on the lungs. Candles do not have the same effect that smoke from a cigarette does on the lungs. What? Is it good for you? I don't fucking know, but you know what? I'm going to use it. I don't burn candles. Hold on. Any update in the car? Sorry, my ex-husband messaged me. I feel like it's kind of important to reply. I'll press play. But that's such a weird thing to say.
So this is why, we're completely fragrance free.
I love that. This is actually the first product line that I was ever introduced to that's not only no synthetic fragrance, but no synthetic preservatives or stabilizers.
Yep.
Huge. Because really, I would say I have mild reactions, but there are people out there that have extreme reactions.
Riley,
and you have to walk around with an EpiPen.
Yeah, from what I know, my ex-husband Riley, he's doing well. He used to hop in every once in a while on my videos, usually on lives, but he's doing well from what I know. So yeah.
I mean, right. That's how compromised our immune system is, and when you assault it with other things that actually.
Oh, they did shade Scentsy just then, didn't they? Oh, I love when things catch strays like that.
Lower your immune system. It's like almost like double duty. Go ahead.
Right. And you know what? I can tell because of my sensitivities, especially to synthetic fragrance. I can tell if I walk into an environment where it smells really bad. And, our salons that are using Fermaglow they smell so nice. They absolutely smell nice. But I got a little bit off track there with the networking, but collaborations, a hairstylist, a beauty pro, they can host. We've been doing wine and washes. We've been doing blow and goes. So what type of event can you do that your community wants to show up to? I was talking to one of our stylists and they want to do education nights. Mm-hmm. So you could either charge for them or you could do them free, but they could be another revenue stream. So,
another revenue stream too is to take, education, and you can create the webinars for it instead of just doing a live event, or, record that. And that's also part of it. There's a lot of stylists that I know out there. They charge $3,000 per person to do this. I mean, it's very hands-on, it's very intense, but it's just another, income stream, like you said.
Right. And there's so many health and wellness events. There's so many health fairs with speakers, with stage time. I know I've done it multiple times where I've had straight stage time. But what you're talking about is monetizing it. Absolutely. Write an ebook, write a book, publish that education and provide it to people, because I think we're in the age where people really want to learn and make better choices. So, to wrap that up, collaborations are huge. Who can you collaborate with? So when you're going to a networking event, that's one of the things I do. Who can I collaborate with? Is it someone who has an office or an audience for me where I could go educate, or I could bring my expertise to the different business owners? A lot of businesses do client or customer appreciation events. This would be a great one for our stylists to show up at. Customer appreciation events. Teacher and Nurse Appreciation Week are always a big one where we love to educate and pamper, maybe do some blowouts for shampoo and blowouts for those nurses and teachers as well.
Well, and let's not forget about, the other things too. The face-to-face is wonderful, but Phyllis, we talk about it all the time. It's a combination of virtual, face-to-face, social media, right? And if you're not getting on your social media and talking about it and educating people, right? Because education, whether it's about the product, whether it's about the community, whether it's about the leadership or whatever, the one thing that I still can't get over is that this is a free platform, and the time effectiveness of being on social media and the reach potential is unlimited.
That's a perfect lead into what I was going to talk about next. So really, you want to be clear who you are, what you do, and how your clients feel when they work with you. Right? And that's where we've gotten the most incredible testimonials. So what Tony's talking about is using live events and live streaming. There's no charge to use the different.
Collaborate with the Blow and Go. Team Blow and Go. Oh my God. Please let them use Blow and Go. Blow and Go. We are blowing and going. No. Yes, actually. Oh, ow. Y'all, they're going to blow and go. We love that for them.
Different social medias. I know that in a lot of the events that we did to launch people's businesses, we went live.
They already used it?
Let the world know.
Sorry, I had to sign something for divorce stuff really quickly. But Blow and Go, the successor to Come and Go. Oh, I love that for them. Ooh, new merch? Stacy. Could you imagine Blow and Go merch? I do have merch though, if you want to look. I am creating new merch as well.
Oh, do some maybe hair tips, some styling tips. I know that I always love, because I'm style challenged, I love if someone gets on and gives maybe 3 ways to style your hair. 5 ways to eliminate breakage, right? In your hair, there are endless possibilities to do 1, 2, 3, 5-minute tips, or maybe a series. I actually have a series that I'm going to bring out again. It's called Clean Up and Tune Up, and it's about toxin awareness. And so those are some great ideas. And also, what about a behind the scenes salon tour, especially for our Fermaglow salons that are going to be
Fermaglow salons strictly for this MLM. What?
So super clean. It would be fun to do
That's a really good idea. That's a really, really good idea.
Behind the scenes tour.
Wait, so are they actually, we gotta keep this in mind when we look at Tony every time. Are they actually doing Fermaglow salons? I'm curious. Because I don't think Tony's not like a licensed cosmetologist. I don't think she is either.
Or because our products are not going to hurt the environment either. Because you know what? People use these products, they get washed down the drain. They're not going to affect our wildlife. They're not going to affect our fish in our rivers.
Okay, I love that. But like, there are plenty of products out there that aren't a part of a predatory business model that you could use instead. Plenty. And also one that Tony Van Schoik doesn't own. Ew.
Safe for boaters, safe for RVers who have requirements that they're not supposed to be doing any toxic dumping.
Okay, so I've gotten two things. Tanya said you can't wash and blow dry someone's hair in Texas without a license, and Stacy said you can't touch anyone's hair, at least in California, without a license. Interesting.
But I would love to see some behind the scenes salon tours, as well as how about
But I'm sorry, I keep pausing. A non-toxic blow? I just needed that to sit out there for a second.
product demos? That's another easy way to go live. Pick one product and talk about it. Or maybe use one of those products, do a demo while you're using that on a client. That also sells a lot of product also, because people can hear other people talking about the products and the events.
The one
And
other thing too, and I haven't seen a lot of this lately because it was trending about a year and a half, 2 years ago, but doing hair tutorials.
yes, we did that during the pandemic, right? We did our team did a ton of hair tutorials, right? And because I think that's really important. And
Have fun.
so, yes. And so, just to recap, as a hair professional, you really want to build your own economy by having multiple streams of income, residual income.
Altitude potato, that's a good point. So like Herbalife nutrition shops for hair, more innuendos. I love it. That's a good question. I think maybe that's what they're going for. I would like to call blow an illegal toxin, even though people pay a lot for it and love it. Non-toxic blow is a service I used to offer in my 20s. Lacey. Thank you for that.
Income, regular, consistent income, and passive income. So again, it all starts with building your networks, partnering with a company like Fermaglow, network locally and online. I know that we have a lot of busy stylists, but there are 24/7 networking mixers online, and most of them you get to introduce yourself. So again, it's about visibility, awareness, raising your influence and visibility. And then those live events and education are golden.
Yep. So there's one other thing, and maybe I'm getting ahead of what you're going to share, is that stylists tend to see full-time anywhere between 30 and 45 clients a week. I found this out. It's a statistic. You guys have a captive audience, but are you going to talk about asking for the referral?
Right. They need to ask for the referral. I know we did that at the launches this week. We asked people, who do you know that has an issue or no issue? They just want great hair and would love to be introduced to these products. And we were also asking people who wanted to continue the party by hosting their own event.
That's awesome.
Yes. And so that was basically the crux of it. So I know we talked for about 15 minutes, but how can you, as a hair professional, a beauty pro, create your own economy? Do you have a plan? And especially
Jennifer said, hi guys, I've had such an awful day. I'm glad to finally catch you live. Jennifer, we're so glad that you're here. Welcome. Welcome. Sorry for anyone who doesn't watch Girl World, you wouldn't get that. With peace and love. It's Monday all over again. Yeah. Except Tony's the CEO, which honestly I think is worse because she's so, just if you watch the beginning, you'll get it. She's so anti-science, which is weird because shampoo and conditioner have science. You have to use science for them to happen. So fermented mind-bending rhetoric. Yikes. Yeah.
An exit strategy, right? Because again, we were talking about the tired shoulders, the different illnesses. They're just tired. They want to make money when they're not working or pampering someone else. So it's important to partner to have that exit strategy. So you can live, lead, and leave your legacy without having to do all the physical labor.
Well, the one other thing too, and I want to say this, and this goes for any sole proprietor location, and I don't like using the word small business, right? I don't like that word. Listen, you're an entrepreneur, you're a sole provider, is that you know, people may move, people may go someplace else, people, who knows, right? But this is just another way to keep them in your network, and also to have that multiple stream income by sharing a phenomenal product. So that's one of the other things that you have to look at.
Yeah, DIY with Erica. This chat is really the best. Y'all are really the best, honestly.
And we've seen this happen, you know, especially with beauty products. If people fall in love with your product, they're going to keep using it. They're going to recommend you, but they're not going to go off of a product that's really, really working for them, even though if they move or they decide to, you know, maybe you're on maternity leave and they have to go someplace else to get, you know, their beauty routine done. It doesn't matter. You're still got that income coming in. And this is so factual. Because we do have a lot of young moms or, you know, young married couples that are, you know, trying for their first baby or whatever the case may be. When you're doing this and you have a full-time gig, or maybe you have your own, you know, your own boutique or your own salon, or you're in a sola space or whatever the case may be, it gives you options. So you really have to think about that. And I was talking to actually Tessa, who's done the last couple of these with on Monday, her and Adam, and I'm like, you know, you guys are growing so fast. What's your plan?
Right.
Are you going to sell your salon? Is Adam going to retire from being a line worker after 20 years?
Rocky said, it's concerning when you have to preface something with, this is so factual. I agree. Lindsay Groot said, are the facts in the room with us? That's a great question. When it comes to Tony speaking, never. Stop targeting moms. Andrea, I know. They won't. And that's one of the reasons I started this MLM stuff. Not just moms, but like younger, early 20s, you know, people who don't have money. But moms are definitely one of the biggest people they target. Aaron said, yeah, this is the first JJ live I've caught, and y'all are great in the comments. Aaron, you dropped some good comments too. Genuinely, stop. Literally, I'm going to throw myself out of this chair. We have another video after this.
About the options, and it's about the freedom. And that's the bottom line.
And I think a lot of those stylists have lost hope. And just talking to my stylist, like, what's your dream? What's your dream life? They're dreaming again, because now we have a very lucrative vehicle for them to bring this business up so they can leave the other one. Or maybe they'll hire some people to do that business and they'll be living their best life.
Yep. 100%. And not having to be a slave of when is that door open and when is that door closed.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I think the sky's the limit with this, and it's kind of fun. I know that that's one of the things that we do a little bit differently when we've been doing our like our Tuesday and Sunday calls, is we want to get to know people. We want to know what makes them tick, what's important to them. What would a business like this with an extra several hundred a month do to them and their bottom line? Or maybe they don't have
teardrop
any extra leeway, so this would afford them an opportunity to go do something fun, to chill,
and maybe
to enjoy life.
So, you know, and like you said, the possibilities are unlimited, but you know, there's multiple ways to make money through what our platform has. And that is one of the differences, you know, with us being in network marketing, because we do have those different, you know, there's different things that you can do, which we love teaching people about that. That's what we want to do. So the average millionaire has 5 to 7 streams of income. The average millionaire, you guys. So the thing about it is that we want to teach, coach, and train. We want to show you exactly what is happening, how to do it right.
How are so many Gore World people in my chat right now? Y'all, I've really thought about reacting to some of them. I really have, but I just haven't done it.
Right? Give you the business tools and do all the things. And the education part of it is huge.
Lisa.
And we're not really.
How dare you waste Diet Coke? I'm just kidding.
Really network marketing. We're new generational marketing, because we are changing.
Now, the fuck was that?
The average millionaire, you guys. So the thing about it is that we want to teach, coach, and train. We want to show you exactly what is happening, how to do it right, give you the business tools and do all the things. And the education part of it is huge.
One moment.
And we're not really network marketing. We're new generational marketing, because
we're not really network marketing. The fuck I think you are. You are network marketing. You are multi-level marketing. What do you mean? We're not really network marketing. We're new generational marketing. Okay. I need more Kelsey Ray. Her stuff is so unhinged. Okay, if y'all want more Kelsey Ray, y'all gotta watch those videos because the views on those videos are going down. Okay, if you want more Kelsey Ray, I need you to watch them. I love doing Kelsey Ray videos. I need y'all to watch them more. Also, my religious videos, please. Not them changing the term to seem less pyramid-like. Right. They're like, we're not really network marketing. We're new generational marketing. Bitch, what does that even mean? Dude, JJ, update your video tags with Swoop. Girl, I've had Swoop on my video tags for over a year. I've had Swoop on my video tags for over a year.
We are changing the industry, baby.
Yep. 100%. Phyllis, listen, thanks for your time today. I know it's a holiday and
we are not a pyramid. We are a triangle. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, let's move on. This video's newer. I mean, all those videos were pretty new. I can't handle Kelsey Ray. I just can't. She makes me flip tables and I'm out of tables. Fair enough. All right. This one is titled New Discoveries. New Discoveries. How about tagging Swoop too? I might put that in my tags, but yeah. Okay, we're gonna move on to New Discoveries from Tony Van Schoik.
hey, good afternoon. Happy Monday.
She did.
And it's 2:00 somewhere, right? So let me get Tessa on here. I'm just going to invite her. She popped right up. So let's just make sure she can get on here because I know she had. We've had some challenges over the last couple of weeks, and I know that Phyllis was so awesome to step in and help us out with the last Monday live. Tessa's aunt unexpectedly passed, and so condolences to their family. But she's going to be on here today, and you guys, we have some new really cool stuff to share. So let me add her. So you.
Do y'all think Fermaglow's doing well? I genuinely don't think it's doing well. I think that it's barely getting by. I think that so Tony's pretty wealthy. So I think that Tony's using a lot of her money to make it push forward, to make it have a longer lifespan, but I don't think it's doing very well unless she's been able to get a lot of people who are distributors to join and continue to purchase the product. It is pretty easy to get an MLM going as long as you have the distributors to buy the products and pay the money. Doesn't matter if you have customers, but you do need distributors. She's with a little desperation. It's not a pyramid, it's an inverted funnel. You know what, Shahad Awad? Yes. Period. I've been wrong this whole time. Aldo Two Potato said they seem quite desperate, so I don't think it's going well. Okay. I don't believe in that anymore. I'm not really sure what's going on. RKR is ignorant as she is arrogant and obnoxious. You know what? No, definitely don't think it's going well at all. Okay, so I didn't think so either. Why can't rich people just chill, enjoy the money, and leave everyone alone? If I was rich, you bet I would be chilling and leaving everybody the fuck alone. If I ever won the lottery, you wouldn't hear from me again. Well, this is how you would not know that I won the lottery, but there would be clues. Does that make sense? Like you would hear from me because I love YouTube. I would do this, but just because I really love it and it's fun. It's like a creative outlet, but you wouldn't know, but there would be clues. You know what I mean? I'd be shocked it's doing pretty well. I only hear about tendentially from you and CC Suarez. Okay. Okay, Rocky, drive safe. Okay, let's keep watching.
So,
ooh, kitty chat. That's a good question.
Hello.
there you are. Oh, this was so much easier.
Yes. Yeah, it went a lot better this time. I don't know what the deal is, but
Yeah. So I'm trying to stand farther back because every time our face is up in the screen like that.
yes, that's what I'm trying to do. I kind of move things around in the room so I can come backwards with it. Does that
Yeah.
look okay? at this point. Your face isn't as up into it this time as mine. All right, is it back, Ferna?
Yeah, no, you look great. I can see your whole half. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So I did want to share some of the conversations that we had on Friday, but I'm just going to let you jump right into it because you made a really cool discovery with our Vitality Duo.
I'm telling you what, Tony, it was so exciting, and I could not sleep because I had washed a client's hair with the moisture lock who I had previously lightened. And I had been noticing this with my hair as well. What I've discovered with the Vitality shampoo, it is perfect for blondes. Whether you've been pre-lightened, whether you bleached that day, whatever, the Vitality is the way to go. For one thing, let's throw out.
Are you talking about Minnesota? You are in this state. You can't legally stay anonymous if you win the lottery. So unfair. I don't want people to come after me or to fake friends. Anyway, obviously I won the lottery.
That purple shampoo. Reason being, yes. Reason being, besides all the nasty chemicals in it, with the Vitality shampoo, it has a sodium phytate in it. So what that is like a chelating agent. And so it actually helps prevent that mineral.
When someone with a cosmetology degree says your hair looks like it's hanging on by split ends, I tend to agree. I tend to support.
Buildup from your water and your outside, contaminants and things.
Yeah.
So basically it is keeping all of that stuff out from going into your hair shaft. Yes.
I gotta hear that again.
Being, besides all the nasty chemicals in it, with the Vitality shampoo, it has a sodium phytate in it. So what that is like a chelating agent. And so it actually helps prevent that mineral buildup from your water and your outside, contaminants and things.
Yeah.
So basically it is keeping all of that stuff out from going into your hair shaft.
Hey.
So Michelle and I were
Melissa J. Hi, friend.
Conversing about this because that mineral buildup, you guys really Stylist and okay. And if you have heart,
now why the fuck can I only ever see half? Literally, the last video we could only see the top half of Tony's face, and now we can only see the bottom half. Why can I only ever see half of her fucking face? Jeez, aren't you an entrepreneur, Tony?
Water, or you're on well water, or anything like that. Okay, so essentially, what you're saying is you're seeing the Vitality shampoo lift off all of these shitty mineral deposits and the crap that's in the water.
I sure am. I sure am. Yes.
Wow.
It is amazing how it is doing it. And it makes so much sense when you get into the science of it, of how that one chelating agent actually prevents that from soaking into your hair shaft. Because when we bleach our hair or pre-lighten our hair, if you were to look at it under a microscope, it looks like Swiss cheese. So basically you've got your cuticle open and, things are able to get into there. So with the Vitality, it's actually bringing it back down to the pH balance that it needs to be at for that cuticle to close. But also when it's doing that, with the ingredients that we have, like the polyquaternium and things, which is a conditioning polymer that soothes and keeps away static and things. And then like the sodium hyaluronic, sometimes I have trouble with those.
Hyaluronic. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It took me a long time to learn that word too.
Yeah. Sometimes it'll pop right out. Sometimes it just does.
Whoever said it's giving Nima on Facebook is spot on, not gonna lie. Now, who said that? Because that's true and funny. She streams via Potato. Fair. Yeah. I would think Tony would have a fancy Kangen whole house filter. You know what's funny, Melissa J? She does. She does have a Kangen house filter. That's funny.
So, but it's like a powerful humectant, and it pulls that moisture into your hair. So if we were to use, say, the moisture lock on lightened hair, you're going to get a heavier moisture because it's going to get in there. It's going to close that cuticle around all of that moisture, and it may be too much moisture for pre-lightened hair. So with the Vitality, it's already so it's got the right ratio of moisture for your hair and to close that cuticle, to bring your hair strands back to that pH balance that it needs to be for, because shampoo doesn't necessarily stop the bleaching, but what it does, it brings it down to the correct pH and then neutralizes it. So then, yes, then you're in the clear with where there's so many different shampoos that will keep that going, which causes more damage.
Okay, so Michelle and I actually, and you guys, so Tessa, Michelle, and Monica McCafferty are part of our Stylist committee. And basically, this is about education. It's not just education for stylists, it's education for our business partners too, because we want you to really have a really good foundation for learning. Okay, so Tessa, so Michelle had messaged me this morning, and I told her to message you. And you were talking about stopping that process because even though, and again, this is for our blondes, this is not for, the fantasy
As
color.
a fellow fake blonde, okay, sorry. I'm trying to finish up divorce stuff. As a fellow fake blonde, I don't know, I think my hair looks better than hers. But I also did recently get it cut, so.
Folks or anything like this, but you're talking about lightening processes, correct? Biolages, all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of men and women that get, this process done, but the process actually doesn't end when you're at the salon, is what you're saying. And so this will help with that.
Yes,
Okay.
It does help with it. So once you put that water on it and stuff, your activation, of course, is stopping. But when you're putting a different type of shampoo on it that has the wrong pH balance, that is not going to stop that and neutralize that. That is going to continue to dry out your hair, ruin your hair, basically.
Anyone else think it's so weird when Tony talks science? She's so anti-science. I always find it odd for her to talk science. One of our pups is about to go visit the vet. I had to give her puppy Valium earlier. Oh, what's wrong with puppy? The way she pronounced balayage, I'm dead. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hear it. Your hair looks amazing, JJ. Thank you, Sam. Wow, she was on for a long time. I understand why she stepped back. Let me some bile age. Is that how she said it? Bile age? Does she know what the needed pH even is? Altitude potato? Of course she does not. Tony talks lions.
It's going to keep kind of adding to the process, for lack of better words, adding to the process where your hair is going to keep going through that. Whereas if you have a pH balance that is correct to neutralize that, it's going to stop that. Then it's going to actually seal in all of the things that you need sealed into your hair shaft so that you can bleach your hair all you want if you're using the right product to stop that, or else that's where you get the hay bale hair like you've seen on me before, Tony.
Yes.
And it's because the other shampoo, so bleaching has a pH level of 10 to 11 plus, right? So we need our pH.
As far as the pH balance goes?
And it's definitely balayage, right? Like I'm saying it right. Balayage. She said biolage. Biolage. Bile, like gallbladder. Bileage. God damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So it's actually very so you guys, if you recall on your pH scale, you've got acidic, which is low, right? And pH for base is high, correct? Okay. So this is really, really amazing. And I mean, for me, because I love the science part of this and the ingredient part of it. But, when.
What was that? She loves the what?
Really, really amazing. And I mean, for me, because I love the science part of this and the ingredient part of it.
Okay, well, what is that, 7 minutes? Okay, Tony I need to get that. Tony 753 quote. Tony loves the science and ingredient part. Tony Van Schoik loves the science. If you didn't watch the beginning of this video, I understand why you might go, okay, what? Why? Why do you keep saying that? Because this bitch just said she fucking hates the medical field and they want you to be sick. And she's talked shit about science forever. She's also a sovereign citizen, for the record. So interesting, Tony.
But you know, when we had a conversation with our formulator last week, you were on that call, is that we will eventually find that you know, our products will do different things as far as in a hair care setting, in a scalp setting, in the salon setting, for all of that, as we use the product more.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And with that vitality too, resetting.
She is very, very anti-vax. Yes, Sit and Swell. Very anti-vax.
Your scalp, bleach does a number on your scalp. If you're getting an all over bleach, your scalp is in turmoil. I mean, it is inflamed. It is, you know, so there again, your hair is dry, brittle, breakage, all of that, because your scalp is not back where it needs to be with that pH balance.
Right, but it goes.
Do you think they actually know what they're talking about? Also, I know I have cosmetologists who watch my videos. What the hell are they saying? Please and thank you.
Right back to the microbiome of your skin.
Yep.
That is huge, huge.
Yes.
And I just want to talk about this, you know, because we were talking about the ingredients and the science behind our products, is that it's pro longevity. It has biosynthesis in it. Of course, the fermentation is huge for that.
The cosmetologist Stacy said literally gibberish. Okay, so they really don't, like, they're just saying shit at this point. 100% they do not know. It's like buzzword bingo. The more the better. Gibberish, yeah. Your scalp is not related to the condition of your hair. Your hair is dead cells. You can't fix that. Thank you, Daisy, for the comment.
And you guys, the peptides and the amino acids that we have in our products are incredible for the scalp and the hair.
Yes, they are. The best I have ever seen, and that I don't think there's anything out there like that. I know there's not.
No.
Just behind the science of all this is truly amazing. And we're going to keep discovering more and more things that this does for people's hair and scalps. I mean, every day, I guarantee it.
Yep. But, you know, the other thing, too, that we talked about on this call is that what it does is intensifies what the ingredients can do. Like the hyaluronic acid in it is actually a super hyaluronic acid. That was really, really interesting to me. And then, of course, the Moisture Lock Complex, which is it's a combination of different ingredients that can really, really help with, you know, bringing that pH back to that 5.5, 6.0 that hair and skin need to be. And especially when they have chemical processes done. I mean, you know, you think about, you know, the scalp treatments, everything like that you go and have these external things, beauty things that you have done, that our products help.
Ooh, true, Jennifer. It reminds me of the infomercials I'd wake up to at 2 a.m. in the 90s. I used to wake up to that stuff too in the early 2000s.
With making that, I guess, that normal pH again. Am I saying this right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah. And you know, the Moisture Lock, it's awesome for colored hair. You know, I suggest Vitality for the bleached and pre-lightened hair, and Moisture Lock for the other. Moisture Lock, you know, the color already fills in those holes in your cuticle. Like I was saying with the Swiss cheese with the hair.
Yes.
The color already fills that in. So yes, you want that moisture on your outside and to seal that in. You want it to seal that color in so that your color isn't fading. Like so many shampoos, like we were talking about with the pH, they reopen that cuticle.
It's incorrect. What she's saying is incorrect. Also, thank you, Nagus. Also, I am pro-Palestine for sure. Absolutely. OG Powerpuff Girls. I know, isn't that so cute? A supporter drew it for me. It was so nice. That's an insult to infomercials. Oh, Sorry, David. Sorry. If y'all want to ferment your hair, I make a clarifier with diluted apple cider vinegar, tea tree, and turmeric. Thank you for that info. That is, it's probably better than their shit. Stacy's just like, no, she isn't. No, incorrect. Stacy, you're so funny. Stacy is our cosmetologist in the chat.
You're losing your color. You're stripping all your color.
Yep.
You know?
Color doesn't fill in the holes. Yeah, I don't know. I'm glad that you're calling them out, because I don't know what they're talking about.
Well, I'll
So-
tell you one thing that I have noticed, because I swim almost every day that I'm home, 9 months out of the year.
I'm curious. Do you think that Tony Van Schoik uses chlorine in her pool? She has a swimming pool. She swims all the time. Do you think that Tony Van Schoik uses chlorine in her pool? Don't apologize to me. Apologize to Billy Mason, the ShamWow guy. Are they both alive still? Fair enough. Saltwater pool? Maybe. I don't know. I bet she has a saltwater pool. That would make more sense. Might be a saltwater pool. Okay, maybe it's a saltwater pool. But the idea that it could be a chlorine pool, it's there.
Usually leaches the fantasy color out and it eventually turns blue. But since I have been using the products on a regular basis, because I did not start that until a month ago, because I wanted to make sure that we had products for other people to use besides myself. I've noticed my color does not leach anymore. It does, even in the shower. Like when I first get it done, even Kayla, my stylist, noticed that there's much less color coming out as soon as you get the darker colors or the fantasy colors done. So this is really, really cool. So one of the other things, we said no to all the synthetics, all of the shit that's in our personal care products. I actually went into a Walmart for the first time in probably 7 years, just so I could go look at all of the natural products that they had on their shelf. And I almost wanted to video it, kind of like how Eddie Abu goes into the grocery stores and he talks about the shit food that's out there. And he talks about all the ingredients in there. And I wish I would have done it. I think I might go back. But all of these companies, and I'm going to call them out, Native, Myers,
Tony, you think that calling them out is going to change the amount of, you think you calling them out is going to cause them issues?
What's some of the other ones here? I don't shop, very often. I go into my grocery store specifically looking for food from Europe and stuff like that I get here. But I looked at the back of them and they're like, even in my health food store, SLS, fragrance. Yep. Then they say then even Native has the balls to put next to it SLS, but it comes from salt. Well, that's not what SLS is. SLS is a known carcinogen.
Yes.
Right? So
yes.
So you either are or you aren't. And again, another thing is when they put in natural colorings and flavorings, that they can actually hide what they truly put in and don't have to be transparent.
He's such a fucking dum-dum. Sodium lauryl sulfate, sodium, salt. It says there is no scientific evidence that SLS is a carcinogen. You know how easy that was to look up? I said SLS carcinogen, which the S in it is sodium, for the record. It says, literally, type it, SLS carcinogen. It says there is no scientific evidence that SLS is a carcinogen. Multiple studies, including those conducted by the International Agency for Research on Cancer and the U.S. National Toxicology Program, have classified SLS as non-classifiable as a human carcinogen. These studies have shown that SLS does not cause cancer in animals when administered by high doses. Your mistake, JJ, is trusting science. What a dum-dum. Like, how ridiculous. Like, first off, the first word in it is sodium, which is salt. Isn't nicotine a carcinogen? I don't know. Let me look it up. Also, there are carcinogens that you can have a certain amount of before it affects you at all, by the way. Is nicotine a carcinogen? Nicotine itself is not considered a direct carcinogen. It can promote the development of cancer in other ways. Can increase the product of reactive oxygen species, which damage DNA and lead to mutations, alter cell signaling pathways that promote tumor growth, make cells more susceptible to the effects of other carcinogens and tobacco products such as tar or formaldehyde. How hard was that? How hard was that to look up? I will never shop at Malwart after having had to work there once for 3 weeks. I respect it. I worked at Ross once for 3 days. Echo, hey, member for 7 months. Have a glorific day. That's funny. I'm so glad that you are a member, and I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you so much. The dose makes the poison? Absolutely. All chemicals are bad except the ones that benefit me. Right.
In this country about the shit ingredients that you're using and hiding stuff like natural flavorings, MSG, the whole thing with
MSG is a race. Like, if you think MSG is bad, that is based on racist studies. Okay. Like, MSG is not bad. That's whatever.
Natural preservatives or natural stabilizers, when it actually is parabens or PEGs or SLSs or any. Oh God, I'm getting on my soapbox. Oh.
Yeah, get off your fucking soapbox, Tony, because none of it's real and none of it makes sense. MSG is natural. Don't tell Tony that.
Hey.
No, I love it because formaldehyde is the #1 culprit there. They do not have to list that because it works with one of the other ingredients to form what and they don't have to list that on there. You know what formaldehyde does to your hair and your skin?
Right. Okay. Where's your information? Where are your studies? I literally did my studies right here. I Googled it real quick. Like, simple, is nicotine a carcinogen? Like, give me where you get your info. I'm sorry, blonde girl doesn't know what she's talking about, I think, at all anyway. So her talking about formaldehyde is interesting to me. Reckon she say the fermented hair care could cure my chronic anxiety. T. Flynn, I bet it could.
It's horrible. And you're
it's poison.
Yeah,
freaking poison is what it is.
Hello.
What's poison is, I almost said something really mean. Tony, the sun has poisoned you, my friend. It's a very simple look with my eyes. If Tony doesn't have skin cancer, I'll be surprised. What the fuck is she even talking about? Trust me, broology. David, that's a good one. Let's see. And the soap probably has chemicals. Oh, yeah. MSG is natural in tomatoes, cheese, mushrooms, meat, and seaweed. You chicken nugget. You chicken nugget. MSG is poison. Use my rotten shampoo. Formaldehyde is natural, is it? I don't know much about that other than they use it. And like, they use formaldehyde in I'm pretty sure. So my grandparents own a funeral home, and I think that they use that for stuff in there. Yeah, the sun damage on Tony's skin is screaming at me. Like, this person who obviously has been damaged by the sun and probably doesn't use sunscreen now and says it's a bad thing is telling me about cancer-causing stuff. I'm like, girl, go to the dermatologist, babe.
So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I'm like you. When I see those other brands, I'm just like, oh, I just want to rip them all off the shelf.
Fermaglow, Bryce.
Yeah.
Fermaglow.
Yeah, because it's misrepresentation. Because then people think that they're getting something better, and it might be better than maybe 80 or 90% of the brands out there. But it's, you know what it is? It's false advertising.
It is 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever. You false advertise consistently. Also, what you were saying in this, Tony, was also not true. Like, the quote unquote education you're trying to give in this, as cosmetologists are in my chat telling me that it's not real. And you're not a cosmetologist. You don't have the education. You just like to act like you do. She loves to say, oh, actually, this stuff's not real. It's false. They're lying to you. Here's what's real. Listen to me. I know it. No, Tony, you don't. You refuse to believe in science. You refuse to believe things that have been proven. You're unwell. You are unwell. and you're unhinged, and you refuse to use logic in any of the processing that you do. You only use it when it suits you. You only use medicine when it suits you. You're a sovereign citizen and you have been. You only go to the doctor when you have to. When you need it, you'll use it. But until then, you're going to call it horrible. And even after that, you're going to call it horrible. So don't fucking talk to me about the medical field and how bad it is when you use it when you need it. It pisses me off. As someone who works in the medical field and gives a lot to the medical field, it pisses me off when someone sits here and goes, oh, it's so bad, it's so horrible, they want you sick, and then uses it when you need it. Like when your husband broke his leg or whatever, turns out he had bone cancer. God forbid.
It's completely like big pharma and all of the
right,
bullshit going on with all of that. It's the same thing because there's no regulations in this country.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, Alexis.
Well, that's why we did all of the testing that we did, is because you can't come to us and say, oh, well, you know, this, that, and everything else. And you know what's really cool?
I genuinely think, in my opinion, Tony has some kind of personality disorder. Erica says she just wants to be superior to the sheeple. Yeah, there's something going on to where she has some kind of personality disorder. She cannot just be agreeable. Like, she cannot just agree with you. And it's such a weird concept to me that when things are true and factual and have been proven, she can't agree with that. She just can't.
And I talked about this a little bit, but you know, even you know, these really high-end functional medicine facilities, high-end, you know, health food stores, other things like that are really looking for clean products. They think they're clean, but they're not, and they're not reading the ingredients on it. It's actually.
And then why is your shit clean then? What makes your shit different? Because you did it? Because Tony did it means that it's clean and good for you. Doesn't matter what science says. It matters what Tony says.
Very disheartening to go in there to see, you know, hey, yeah, we're a safe brand, and then SLS is like the second ingredient.
Yeah.
SLS is not a carcinogen. It's ridiculous. Stop fear mongering. You do fear monger. You also have no idea what you're talking about, Tony. It is wild to listen to you speak. It's wild. She's very stuck up in this. Look at her face right now. She's very like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. I can't believe y'all use this shit. I'm like, Tony, I'm embarrassed to sit here. I have secondhand embarrassment at how smug you look right now. It's ridiculous.
Exactly. You're exactly right on that.
Jennifer said it's really privileged to be able to not believe in science and in doctors. Yes, absolutely. And then you use it when you need it. That's like a cockroach complaining you don't use Raid. She's a scientist. Right.
And so many shampoos and things like that too, like at supply stores for stylists and things. I mean, they'll have this whole vegan section and the clean section and this and that. You flip that bottle around and there's some stuff that you see in there that you automatically know is not right. But there's so many things they leave off of there, and you have to do your own homework on those, or reach out to somebody, because they're hiding a lot of things. I could sit here and name so many of them. I could tell you.
All right, Blondie, what are they hiding? Name them. Tell me about them. Name them. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She just wants to fit in.
That I have just tossed everything in my salon. This is it. This is the only thing that will be carried in my salon from here on out, because I know it's truly safe.
So Tessa,
she should change her name to Tony Van Schoy Scientist. God.
Just for people that are on here and maybe watching this for the first time,
yes,
can you
Andrea,
please explain to them what you do for your clients, how in depth you are for their autoimmune issues, for their allergies, everything that you, like you said, you are
not an allergist, and you are not in the medical field and working in autoimmune disorders. You aren't. So don't, please.
A whole written card down of what they can and cannot do,
right, Tanya,
and everything like that. And this is the only product line that has worked across the board for all of your clients that have massive issues.
Yes, exactly. So what I do, I specialize with autoimmune disorders and, allergies and things. I have allergies myself. So I run a very, very clean salon. Each one of my clients are different in what their allergies are, their autoimmune, things like that. What each one can tolerate, what they can't, what will send them into a tailspin. So
Specialized. Hey, where's our cosmetologist? This is Stacy. Stacy, I need you to tell me if you can specialize in stuff. Also, if you're a cosmetologist watching this, I need you to tell me, can you specialize in a chronic illness or some kind of something? Or can you specialize in that as a cosmetologist? The answer is no. I know it is.
I have client cards, and I know exactly. Now, some of it's been through trial and error of finding out exactly what they could be allergic to or whatever. So I've got all of their different
There's Stacy.
client
No.
cards
Stacy said, no, we are not doctors. Right.
of what they can use, what they can't, what ingredient will harm them, blah, 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 blah. So I carry probably 50 different things to tailor to each one of my clients.
Thank you,
so that
Bimo.
I don't mess something up. And I actually have clientele that I have to book first thing in the morning so that somebody doesn't walk in. I lock the door with perfume or something on, that's going to cause them harm. There's nothing, no candles, no smells, no nothing in my salon. So,
and I don't think that's a bad thing, because there are people who are highly allergic to certain smells and certain things, and that's fine. I get that idea of you wanting it to be a safe place for people who have allergies. That's not a bad thing. But the way it's being weaponized and the way she's fear-mongering is not okay. You can get certificates, but no, you don't know anything or specialize from an online course.
but now I got to go through all of my client cards. I sat down and went through every one of them, and my clientele across the board can use our products, and I don't have to carry anything else. I ran patch tests on all of them, and especially
Can you- for our listeners out there, can you explain what a patch test is and where to do it?
Absolutely. So some people like to do it on the back of the neck right here.
Which is it's one of the most sensitive spots on the body.
Exactly. Yes. And you're getting it right up by that scalp anyway. And if they're having scalp issues or something, and when it's soaking in, you want to know. So I do a majority of mine here. So you just take that product. If there's something in there that somebody says, well, I'm allergic to that, you go through the fermentation process with them, explain how it breaks it down differently. And just because you're allergic to something, how it's presented in one product, you may not be allergic to it after the fermentation product or process.
Right.
We're not making medical claims.
Yes, you fucking are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Stating what I have found in my studies with it. So I do it on the back of their neck. I wait 15 minutes, and if nothing at all, and they give me permission, we go ahead and wash and condition. Now, there have been a couple of people that I have sent home, said, go ahead, go home, because I want to leave that on longer, do the patch test just to see. Because sometimes allergic reactions, they don't come on for 8 hours. I know with alpha-gal, it could be, I could eat something in the morning.
I'm sorry, but her studies are not scientific studies. Her doing a patch test doesn't mean anything other than it doesn't affect that person. However, this is not like a scientific study done and peer reviewed. That's weird.
It's wrong, and 8 hours later, then I'm having a reaction. So on specific cases, I do send them home with that patch test. These are people that I know personally that I know is going to reach right out to me, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but that's how I run my patch test. And so far, everything has been successful, which is amazing.
Do you do patch tests with shampoo and conditioners? Is that a thing?
So I've had lots of people shed lots of tears that we finally found something, and they're not going to be miserable in 2 days after we wash their hair, or they're, things are healing and they can feel it healing. And I love everything about it. So.
Yeah. I've had that from a lot of people that have, scalp issues, is that they felt.
No, typically just for hair color. Okay. Yeah, I don't, because Tanda, you had mentioned that earlier, that they don't do patch tests for shampoo and conditioner. I've not done I mean, I know people do patch tests for hair color. That makes sense. But like for shampoo and conditioner, is that a thing? I mean, you said no, obviously, but like, I have never heard that before. Anecdotal evidence is not evidence. Right. Yes, Melissa J. Feel hair healing the dead cells, question mark. Who knows? Patch testing is done by a specialist. Yeah.
It felt very soothing, right? That's their words that they're using
Oh, thank you, Erica,
is the
for sharing that.
soothing mechanism of it. And that's the fermentation. I mean, that's why fermentation is so great for your gut, right? It's the same thing. You know, you've got gut microbiome, you've got scalp and skin microbiome, you've got oral microbiome. So,
Oral.
you know, again, the ancient art of fermentation is it's been around for thousands and thousands of years, and it's super healing. So
Soothing mechanism. Yeah. Some people with many allergies may resort to patch testing everything. Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah, Tessa, any closing words? You know, now that we got into a really great conversation here, but it's already 20 minutes. We've already been on here for.
Oh my gosh, look at us. Okay, sorry, we could sit here and talk all day, you guys.
Yeah.
But all I want to say is I have been trying out the scalp elixir and hair elixir for different ways, and I cannot wait to talk to you about the things that I have seen this do. It's
You know
amazing.
what? That's right. That's next week's
There you go.
conversation.
I am so excited about it. I have chills right now. I've got bumps. It's just amazing. Everything about it's amazing. So yeah.
Well, thanks so much for your time today. And you guys check us out Monday at 2:00. Next week, we'll be back with more information.
I'd rather just eat some kimchi. All right. I think I'm done with Tony for the day. I think that's all I can take of Tony. But I mean, Tony's just being Tony. She's been a sovereign citizen for several years. She's, you know, what can I say? I can't stop thinking about that comment referring to this as the bathroom from Silent Hill. That's actually so funny and true. Whoever wrote that. What? This as the bathroom from Silent Hill? Is that video game? And I know it's a movie. I've watched someone play it a little bit, but I don't know too much about it. My partner's so nice. I like them so much. Anyway, Tony be Tonying. Melissa, and you know what? Period. That's just it. Tony be Tonying. That's what we've realized throughout this live. What is Tony doing? Tonying. I am too late. We'll replay later. Oh, I'm butting in again. That's okay. No worries. I'm glad that you're here. Don't forget, please like this video. And once I end this, just leave a comment. That would be wonderful. Leave a comment of your thoughts or something funny that you heard or whatever. Or just give a shout out to the chat because y'all killed it and y'all are hilarious. Thank you so much for being funny. Thank you to all the members too that shared their member, how long they've been a member. Thank you to anyone who's became a member or is becoming a member. I appreciate you. So we did it. Yeah. Yay. Thank you all so much for being here. Also, if you're a member, there is a new video available for you right now. And it is one that I loved doing. So please go watch that. If you're not a member, there will be a new video for you at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time tomorrow. Always love a JJ Life. Thank you, Polychrome. I hope you'll have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.